Greetings to you, Lagos, Nigeria. I still remain Salami Abiodun, your host for our laudable program popularly known as The Politics Today. And this week, we have one of our executive guests for today. Can we meet you in person, man?
Hello, everyone. I'm Ambassador Eniola, President and Founder of the Billion Group, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. You're highly welcome on this book.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's indeed another incredible day as we have one of our very own youthful youth of our time, the woman of substance, that is full of tenacity, doggedness, generosity, and productivity. Indeed, she's a woman that is ready to look into every matters and look for a way out about it. You're welcome once again.
Thank you so much.
All right, basically, we'd like to ask you what you really understand by the political measures put in place within your own local government.
Just as someone who is in the local government, Surulere, I would say that there are very interesting political measures that have been put in place, and we've seen very good support for the community, even from the federal level. I mean, we all have the slogan. It's one of the first things you would realize when you get into Surulere. Baja this,
Baja that.
Exactly. It's like a slogan. When the Chief of Staff of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is one of our own, it's a very impressive thing, especially when they are not distant from the community. So we see so many initiatives, those initiatives by the Nigerian Children Cultural Heritage, which was largely promoted even by our very own also member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Fuad Kayode Laguda, who is like the son of our Chief of Staff, Right Honorable Femi Bajabiamila. So we have
emulating the leadership spirit.
Exactly. Learning from the best of the best right here in Surulere.
Wow.
So we see so many initiatives, so many structures, buildings, things that have been done for years, and it's really impressive that even the people of Surulere get to feel the presence of governance in their localities. Now, speaking generally in terms of policies, I'm not a policy maker, but a few of the ones that I know also that pertain to Lagos as a whole. Recently, I was in a discussion with the country rep for UN Women, Mrs. Beatrice Young, in Abuja, and spoke about one policy. 30% of procurement in Lagos and Kaduna have been approved to go to women. Wow. Now, I like those kind of policies, and one of the things I want to do now is to follow up to know, okay, how is that being implemented? But the fact that the government is already even supportive of women to that extent is really laudable for Lagos State.
Wow.
So there are so many policies. Right now, the federal government has a Nigeria First policy. When I was in Jordan, that was 2018, I noticed that for the very first time. There they say a Jordanian first. I went for baptism. The baptismal site of Jesus Christ is in Jordan, Amman.
Nice.
And I noticed how for everything, in the shops, you want to buy something, it's cheaper for Jordanians. If you're a foreigner, you pay more. And now the federal government of Nigeria is instituting the Nigeria First policy that says you buy first from a Nigerian. So it's so impressive to see what's happening in our time. And I think I have to say kudos to our leaders. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Kudos to our leaders, because it's quite impressive. But what is happening within our time? I just want you to get this straight. There is nothing that is getting better today that doesn't pass through the rough process. And that's the reason why we Nigerians have to be patient and go through this sacrifice for our nation to be a better place for you and I, for the economic situation that is being put in place within the society of ours. And how you, from your own point of view, what's the way out? How can things be put in place?
Right. Now, it is very easy to see, and we cannot deny the fact that a lot of people are suffering. And the first go-to for the regular Nigerian now is they will say things are more expensive now than they were previously in the last regime. The cost of the dollar to naira, the rate is not favorable, everything is tough, we are paying more bills, our salaries are not increased. There is all of that going on, and it's not to be denied, it's to be addressed. We have seen also the federal government roll out several programs for welfare and palliatives and funding schemes and student loans. We've seen all of that as well. But there's something that I want to say to every Nigerian. A nation that has problems is a nation with a lot of avenues for you to bring solutions to the table.
Definitely.
It's a nation with a lot of opportunities for you to even shine. And those who are ready are taking advantage of those opportunities, and they are blowing up in fintech. We see them. You rise today, you come up with an app. There are so many ways that you can blow even in the midst of the dire circumstances. It's not only a Nigerian phenomenon, it's a global phenomenon. The economic situation all around the world, it is a global issue that every nation is seeking how they could address it on their own. In the United States, they're beginning to put Americans first. They're beginning to look at how to downsize, their economy. And, in the UK, it's all over the place. So don't look at it as a Nigeria problem. It's a global problem. That's the first thing. And then two, you must innovate. It is in a nation where there are problems that you innovate out solutions for those problems. So it is also a question of ownership when we talk about the economy. If you in your locality have identified a problem, have you brought forward a solution to that problem to your representatives and it has not been attended to? Have you sought out ways to make it better in your community? Have you brought forth a solution in your own level that you could even say, okay, maybe if this is done on a nationwide scale, it would benefit the country? Have you taken ownership for your own little piece of Nigeria in your own sphere of influence? So while we may want to say the economy, oh, we don't like the way things are, we should also recognize that it is not a one administration affair. This is a pile-up of several administrations and several issues that we've had in the past that have culminated to a point where the federal government is saying, no, we have to take out subsidies, we have to take out this, we have to do this, we have to restructure, we have to get in tax reforms, we have to put measures in place if Nigeria is to survive. And to the best of my knowledge, on the international scale, we are also seeing nations commending Nigeria for paying back loans from the IMF. We're getting international recognition because our president is doing something different and doing something well that can get Nigeria out of the mess that we had been in for years. So apart from being patient, know that you also have a role to play if we are to make this economy become better than it is today.
Wow, thanks so much. Apart from being patient, also know at the back of your mind that you also have a role to play to make Nigeria a better place for you and I. Because to whom much is given, much is expected. The billion which you have to be the founder, what can you tell the good people of Lagos, Nigeria, and around the world what the Billion Group stands for?
Okay, so the Billion Group came about when we realized that several of our initiatives and organizations need to have a point where they could interface and synergize. I started out as the executive director of Nest Action, a non-profit organization that sought to, strengthen Nigeria's democratic governance processes through elections. And for over 12 years, we got over 47,000 people to register to vote ahead of 2023 general elections, got international funding support for something that I thought of in my head over 12 years ago, and while doing my master's in the UK. And now that grew to that scale, but I realized that even when we talk to our youth and conscientize people on the need to raise their political awareness at the grassroots level, we're missing out a very important part that politicians had a full grasp of, which is the economic angle. The fact that you are talking over people's heads when they are trying to meet their basic needs for today. So we sought a way to synergize our work, and we also have now avenues in the Billion Group through Exporter Pro, where they could plug in as distributors of school educational resources and approved textbooks. They could, while being in school, earn income from sales that they make of books that have been approved for schools. They could also plug into other business ventures that we have in real estate. We are, building an international school, the Kingdom International School, and also the city, where they could also get support. Now, we realize that real estate is also a very big challenge in Nigeria. The cost of inflation is high. The estate agencies are also inflating their agency costs. The building costs are also getting higher. So the cost of even getting a rented apartment is also high. So apart from looking for mortgage, we are also coming up with a homeless shelter under the Kingdom City, where young people who are vulnerable, orphans who are in school, vulnerable groups who may not be able to afford accommodation at a certain instance, we don't want them to get into trouble, especially young women. You get into trouble, you don't have a place to stay. So we're building homeless shelters where they could stay, and while they are there, gain skills through schemes like Tibet, internationally acclaimed Tibet.
It's quite impressive.
Yeah, so that they could also make something of themselves and not leave it just to the government to see how to sort our people out. And there are several. You could look up the Billion Group. We have even an event coming up where the best of our young people who have been going through our schemes or who are plugged in one way or the other will be showcased to the best of our mentors, and that's on September 27th at the Delborough Hotel. So on the website, www.thebillionGroup.org, you get registered to attend that event and possibly get support for your own venture. So what we are doing is we are even calling out to Nigerians, billionaires. We have so many of them in this country, but we don't know what they are doing to give back. If me, young Nigerian, I'm looking for how to give back, we even supported candidates in the local government elections of Lagos State. We render some foundation support from the Billion Foundation to orphans in universities. We had up to 10 orphans. Some of them had school fees issues. You have just a single mom or no parent at all, but you're putting yourself through school. It's so heartbreaking. You see some young women, I'm the firstborn. One of them said, I'm the firstborn, I'm 25, I'm looking for how to get married. We don't want you to do that because that's already a wrong mindset. So what we are doing is to give them another way of making money. If it's about money, marriage and money are two separate things. If it's about money that you need, let it be that it's about money that you need. Set up your entrepreneurship schemes and strategies for how to make money and take care of your younger ones. Don't go looking for what could tarnish your life forever, because that's already a wrong mindset. So we are reframing the mindsets of the younger generation, giving them tools, getting them to know more of AI, because that is what is being useful right now, even around the world. Getting them to know how they could use AI in their different entrepreneurship activities, getting them also into leadership structures. The CVR, Continuous Voter Registration, is starting this August. This August, and we are also going to be supporting to mobilize young people to get registered to vote as the first line of entry. We want to see them also run for office. We support the reserved seats bill for women, but you're not too young to run. So that's for youth. But in the youth dynamic, we see more of men taking advantage of that. Where are our women? And our young women are very influential people if they are properly guided, if they are enlightened. They're influential with men psychologically because there's that father-daughter relationship. You just want to give that daughter something when she comes to you to ask for it. And then they're also influential with the young men. So they can stop men from going out to constitute violence also in elections. So they're very influential if their energies are properly strengthened and harnessed. So that's what the Billion Group is about. Lead with vision and inspire others to succeed.
Wow. The Billion Group is about to lead with vision and inspire others to succeed. This has been an incredible moment on this program for this week. And it's indeed a wonderful moment. It's an illustrious, productive woman of substance like.
Thank you
so much. We are still at the ongoing program, The Politics Today, and I still remain your host, Salami Agel. We'll be right back after this little commercial break. Stay tuned.
Lofty Barbecue Extravaganza. Get ready for a flavorful explosion. Our menu highlights are barbecue chicken and chips, shawarma, gizzard sticks, and lots more. Our contact address is number 15C Akinyemi Street off Empire, Surulere, Lagos, Nigeria. For order placement and home delivery, please contact Come and indulge, because we at Lofty Barbecue are here to satisfy your cravings.
Yeah, welcome back to our laudable program, popularly known as The Politics Today. We are still with our executive guest, Bertha. You're welcome once again. Huh?
Thank you so much.
Basically, we just need to put this straight to you once more, that The Politics Today is a program that you will always enjoy on every Wednesday. It's not going to be a program for you to miss at all. And we always bring in so many, executive guests from everywhere, every part of the country. And they are also here to let you know what is obtainable about the political measures, how we can be our brother's keeper to make our nation, Nigeria, to be a better place. What has been your contribution towards the growth and development of the community, most especially from the local government it comes from and Lagos at large?
All right. Now, part of our contributions, there have been several. Part of our contributions is contributing to education. What are our children reading in schools? From the secondary school to university, it is a very interesting time where their thoughts, even from their primary school, their thoughts are constantly shaped to decide what their future would be. So we took on education and we started developing educational resources and getting them approved for schools. One of them is right here with me. It's called AI in Real Estate, the game changer. Now, our contribution to the community is ensuring that our community is not left at a grassroots level, but also able to compete on an international scale. So with knowledge and information of today, I had to go to Harvard to do a course in AI to get today's information, get it into books, get it approved for schools so that our own communities can also compete on a global scale. Nobody is going to look around the world for you if you have that mindset of I'm a local. They will look for you if you are somewhere on the internet. So while we understand that politics is local, you must interface with the grassroots, with your community. You must also understand that the world is a global stage, and anybody from anywhere, even in any part of the world, in terms of show, you can get on the global stage in one day with your smartphone.
Absolutely.
So with tools like books, with tools like apps that you can download on your phone, and with training programs and e-courses that we have, not just the community, but anywhere in the world, you can plug in and get in touch and gain required knowledge on how to move what your current business is forward. Apart from AI in real estate, we have AI in entrepreneurship. That is also a general guide for every sector, every relevant sector in today's economy that could get our young people. We have two parts of it actually. We have AI in entrepreneurship, the economy booster, which is a global read, and then we have AI in entrepreneurship, the economy booster, which provides every sector with required information on today's benefits of AI tools in every sector. And then we have AI in entrepreneurship, a Nigerian perspective that shows how AI is useful in several sectors of Nigeria's economy and what benefits AI can give to those sectors. So our contribution to our community has been to enhance their educational value through textbooks that we're getting approved for schools nationwide. And then with that added knowledge, they can change how they produce, how they put themselves out there and earn global recognition even for what they are doing and their platforms that they create.
Wow, this is absolutely impressive. You've heard from the also smart what the executive guest for this week just said, that you need to just put yourself together to be the ambassador of yourself. You need to look wayward. You need to look, forward to see how you can come together and be the best kind of yourself in life. And that's the reason why you need to also be always updated in whatever things that is happening. You can hear about the AI that just came out, and this is an absolute knowledge for you to be impacted on, and this will definitely add value to you towards your growth in life. Thank you so much for this one.
Thank you.
All right, what other advice do you really have for our mothers in the house and the youths generally across the nation and around the world? Thank you.
The advice that I have is plug into initiatives that you find around you that are supportive of your goals and whatever it is that you want to achieve. We also have platforms that you could get on and get support. You could come forward with your ideas, your initiatives, and we could help you shape them through our platforms. You build your eon, you build your destiny more or less for your life's assignment. God has already put structures, put finances inside your years of existence. You just need to find where it is and bring it into now. So we're going to teach you how to do that by sharpening what you currently have and putting it out there on a global scale for you. Now we have an app that we're launching on September 27 where all this is going to be done, and you could also get registered to be a part of it. Don't miss out on initiatives that are brought right to your doorstep. It's not far. It's in BI at the Delboro right here in Lagos. So from our community, we're also going to have slots for people from Surulere that will want to attend, and it's based on merit. It's based on what you can bring to the table, because the kind of people that we're bringing to the event, you need to have something to say. You need to have something that you're ready to offer. So what are you ready to offer? Mothers, youth, don't stay behind and seated in the background. Come out, be a part of it, because as your finances rise, you can also rise as a leader in your community. You need finances. You cannot do anything without finances. So come, learn how to raise your income, learn how to put yourself on the table of decision making, and be a solid leader from Surulere to the world.
Thank you so much. Indeed, it has been an incredible moment with our executive guest for this week. As she said, and I quote, you need to look, wayward to tap into your success, because God has made everything possible for us. So it's just for you to just look into it and tap into it for you to become a successful person. Always, as we always say, that do not think about what the nation can do for you. Always think about what you can do that the nation will benefit so that you can be the best of your kind in life. Nigeria will be greater. Okay, kudos to the Chief of Staff to the President, as he has made a lot of impact in the life of the people within Surulere and beyond, most especially the youth. In person of the Right Honorable Femi Abdulhakeem Ajabiamila, the Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Indeed, it has been an incredible moment. Thank you for having you on this program. Thank you so much, man. And we look forward to have you next time.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So until we meet, same time, same day, next week, Wednesday, I still remain Salami Abiodun, your host for a laudable program, popularly known as The Politics Today. Stay tuned.
To you by Micon TV. For more inquiries, please contact